It's tough to understand what it's like to be deaf unless you actually are deaf. Fortunately, an adorable black lab mix doesn't have to worry about this condition on his own, thanks to a kind man from Maine. When Nick Abbott, who is also deaf, read an urgent plea on Facebook, he reached out to the shelter to become the proud father of the 6-week-old pup. But he didn't give him a new home. He also gave him a special gift when he taught the pooch sign language. 31-year-old Nick Abbott from Maine was born deaf, so he knew what one puppy was going through. A 6-week-old black lab mix named Emerson was either born deaf or lost his hearing after experiencing seizures. On top of that, he also developed an infection called canine parvovirus. It was touch and go for a second, but Emerson managed to recover and was put up for adoption. Lindsay Powers works at NFR Maine, a dog and cat rescue that saves lives from the high kill shelters in Northwest Florida. Once we got him home from the vet's office from Florida, we realized he had some hearing difficulties. Losing his hearing didn't bother him at all, according to Powers, who claims he was a typical puppy. Emerson didn't have a great start in life, but thankfully he got the perfect Hollywood ending. Powers wasn't entirely sure if he lost his hearing later or if he had been born deaf, but she knew she wanted to find him a forever home. Emerson had siblings too, which Powers had rescued, but sadly Emerson was the only one left. Maybe he wasn't adopted because he was deaf, but Powers didn't want people getting the wrong idea. Emerson might have been deaf, but he still had tons of love to give. He just needed someone to give him a chance. In March 2019, Powers went on Facebook and posted Emerson's story with a cute photo. She pleaded with Facebook users to share the post. Then, out of the blue, NFR Maine received an application from Abbott, and it was almost too good to be true. Abbott's interest was piqued when he had seen the Facebook post about Emerson. When he read that he was deaf too, he decided to check him out to see what he was all about. He had no idea that he would end up becoming a doggy dad to one of the most adorable creatures in the shelter. When Powers read Abbott's application, she was sure he was the one she was looking for. "I'm deaf also, and I feel like we've had a good connection," Powers recalled Abbott saying. She didn't waste any time and processed his application the same day. Once Abbott and Emerson met, it was obvious this was meant to be. Abbott's mother, Rochelle, told Good Morning America they were meant for each other. Rochelle stated that her son's relationship was amazing. "Whenever they're together, Emerson is always finding a way to lean on Nick," she added. But Abbott had to figure out how to communicate with the deaf pup. It all came down to one simple solution, which was teach Emerson some basic sign language. Abbott intended to teach Emerson commands like how to sit, lay down, and come. If Nick reaches up and shakes his earlobe, Emerson will bark. It's so cute. Emerson learned sign language like the boss that he was, and Abbott was very pleased. The bond between Abbott and Emerson is awesome, and they understand each other very well. Emerson's life had been full of struggles at the beginning, which is something Abbott could certainly relate to. Now the two of them have found each other, and fate definitely brought them together. Please share this with your friends and family.